As an individual learns a skill, they go through 4 stages of skill development. The first stage is the forming stage. At the forming stage, the skill level is low, but the enthusiasm is high. He or she is excited about the possibilities, but does not yet know how to perform the skill. The next stage is our storming stage. In the storming stage, the skill level is low and the enthusiasm is low as well. The skill level is still low, but because he or she now knows how difficult this will be, enthusiasm can fade. The next stage is the norming stage, where we have a rising skill and enthusiasm. With work, a person will make advances in learning how to do something, so the skill level is rising and the enthusiasm is rising too. The final stage is the performing stage, where we have high skill level and also high enthusiasm. When the learner has mastered that skill, their enthusiasm will be high. He or she will have made the skill their own and will know it so well that they can teach it to each other. So why do you think, as a teacher, it would be helpful for us to know the skill development stage of our learners? Well, when you know the learner's stage of skill development, you can adjust your teaching methods to match that person's needs. And how do you do that? Well, you do what I like to call the teaching edge. And EDGE stands for explain, demonstrate, guide, and enable. So let's talk about now how we can match this teaching edge to our stages of skill development. So remember, the forming stage had low skill but high enthusiasm. A person who's enthused about something new and motivated to learn but has a low level of skill, well, that person will need a lot of explaining. Telling the learner exactly what to do and how to do it. Explaining is important because it clarifies the subject for the learner and for the instructor. Remember, our second stage of skill development was storming. So a person's been at it long enough to realize that mastering a skill may not be that easy and that lots of work remains to be done. As a result, the enthusiasm is going to be low, the motivation is going to be low, and the skills are low as well. So the teacher must demonstrate. By demonstrating that new skill to the learner, it allows the learner to see as well as hear how something is done. They can follow the process from beginning to end. At the norming stage, the skill is increasing, the enthusiasm is increasing. The learner realizes that they're making progress, so those skills and enthusiasm are rising as well. The instructor is going to need to guide that person. Give them some freedom to figure out things on their own. Support them with encouragement and help the learner move closer to the goal. Guiding is important because it allows the learner to learn by doing. And also the instructor can see how well learners are grasping the skill. The final stage is the performing stage. Skills are high, and so is enthusiasm and motivation. A learner has reached the point where he or she can act independently and be very productive. So as a teacher, we need to enable the learner. Offer them plenty of freedom to make decisions on their own and to keep them moving ahead. Enabling is important because it allows the learner to use the skills themselves, and it encourages repetition, which is an important aspect in mastering a skill. So this is how we can combine the stages of skill development, forming, storming, norming, and performing, with the teaching edge: explain, demonstrate, guide, and enable.